In the beginning, God formed a man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And in that single breath, humanity began, created not by accident, but on purpose, in the very image of God. He placed the man in a garden called Eden, a place of breathtaking abundance. Rivers flowed through it, gold and precious stones lined its beds, and every tree was planted there to be beautiful and good. Nothing was withheld from him. He could eat freely from every tree in the garden, except one. And around that single forbidden tree, the very first giant that every human would ever face took shape, the giant of the choice. Then God looked at the man and said, "It is not good for the man to be alone." So he caused a deep sleep to fall on Adam, and from his side he fashioned a woman, not a servant, not an afterthought, but a helper, a partner, flesh of his flesh and bone of his bone. When Adam woke and saw her, he knew, here at last was someone like himself. Together they walked with God in the cool of the day, naked and without shame. But the garden was not without danger, for there was a serpent, more crafty than any beast of the field. And one day he came to the woman and asked a question that would echo through every generation. Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? The woman answered honestly, "We may eat from the trees, but God said we must not eat from the tree in the middle, lest we die." But the serpent twisted the truth. "You will not surely die," he hissed. "For God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." And the woman looked at the fruit. It was good for food. It was pleasing to the eye. It was desirable for gaining wisdom. In that moment, the question stopped being about obedience and became about trust. Did God really have her best in mind, or was he holding something back? So she reached out, she took the fruit, she ate, and she gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate too. And in that one moment, the harmony of Eden shattered. Their eyes were opened, but what they saw was not glory, it was shame. For the first time, they saw each other differently, and they saw themselves differently. They grabbed fig leaves to cover themselves, and when they heard the sound of the Lord walking in the garden, they hid. Then the Lord called out, the first question God ever asked a human being, "Where are you?" They had heard that voice 100 times and never feared it, but now guilt had built a wall between them and the one who had walked beside them. Adam blamed the woman blamed the serpent, and the fragile piece of paradise collapsed under the weight of a choice made in a single moment. So God pronounced the consequences. The ground would resist them, their labor would be hard, and one day they would return to the dust from which they came. Then God drove them out of the garden, not to destroy them, but because a fallen world could no longer hold on to paradise. Behind them stood the cherubim with a flaming sword. Eden closed its gates. But even in the exile, hope was not extinguished. For even as he spoke the consequences, God whispered a promise to the serpent. The offspring of the woman would one day crush his head. A deliverer was coming. The story of Adam and Eve was never the end. It was the beginning of God's long, relentless pursuit of his people. So why does this ancient story matter to you today? Because you have faced the same giant, the giant of the choice, the moment when the easy thing, the desirable thing, pulls you away from what you know is right. Adam's fall isn't ancient history, it's a mirror. And here is the good news. The same God who called into the garden, who promised a deliverer, is still calling your name. He is not asking you to be perfect. He is asking you to stop hiding, to come out of the shadows and walk with him again.